You're looking at Aviva Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's the American Flag Football League's round of 8. And there he is, the founder of the American Flag Football League, the great Jeff Lewis. Welcome to all of you watching us on your devices, tablets, or phones via Facebook or YouTube. I'm your play-by-play voice, Adam Kaplan, and alongside me for this game is the aforementioned founder of the American Flag Football League, the great Jeff Lewis. Jeff, we've got the Tax Gurus, the 20-seed team, and the Kings of Florida, the 5th seed.
Yeah, this is not a matchup that everybody was expecting. Tax Gurus made their way through the round of 32, the round of 16, somewhat surprisingly given their seed, but they have a very, very strong team. And it is conceivable that their quarterback, Lynn Clark, might actually be the best quarterback in the 8 teams that are remaining. So he's a very strong player from Texas, much decorated in the Texas flag football world.
And your Tax Gurus are in the red, the Kings of Florida in the blue. Jeff, as you know, we've got the throw-off, and the blue team, the Kings of Florida, will receive the opening kickoff, and here it is.
Right, we throw the ball, no kickers in the AFFL, no field goals, no punts, no kickoffs.
All right.
So, Adam, as everyone could see on the field, they could see the 25-yard line, the 50, and then the other 25. The throw-off came from that yellow line, the 35. And basically, you got to get to the other, except for when you've received a throw-off, at which point you must cross the 50-yard line to get a first down.
All right, Teron Glover, number 24, on the return for Kings of Florida.
So it's first down at the 19. So they have to get 31 yards to make a first down.
Kings of Florida, the 5th seed. Some of these players used to play for the number 1 seed, Fighting Cancer Club.
Yep, fans of Fighting Cancer will see a lot of familiar faces in this Kings of Florida lineup.
Here's the opening throw, good pass, and the throwback. And there's the flagpole.
And Adam, that's something you'll see from a lot of our best teams.
Behind the yellow.
A lot of our best teams will be pitching the ball to players that are actually at a full run.
And here it is.
You know, it doesn't do a lot of good to pitch the ball to somebody who's not moving. And you're allowed 1 lateral per play on scrimmage plays.
And Saxel is the quarterback for the Kings of Florida.
At the 35-yard line now, 15 yards to go, second down.
There's a running clock all the way to the 2-minute mark of the second half, so these games will move, folks. They're fast. Saxel looks, fakes, pumps, throws over the middle, complete. To Terrence Bunning. We know Terrence Bunning, Jeff, very well, who used to be with the Fighting Cancer team.
Absolutely. Now, Fighting Cancer team was always made up. See Bunting here across the middle. Nice grab of a high pass from Mark. And when you watch guys pull flags, it will often look like a tackle, but you notice there was no penalty there. That was a clean play.
3rd down and 1 for the Kings of Florida. Saxel's got a big arm. He is number 99, the quarterback. We have 7-on-7 football in the American Flag Football League. You'll see us at every single NFL practice. They fake the blitz. Each team gets 5 blitzes per half. It goes deep over the middle and incomplete on a post route. Would have to beat double coverage. Jeff, good coverage there, because that would have been you really would have had to thread a needle on that pass. That was pretty good defense on 2D.
Well, the interesting thing about where they are, Adam, is we have a 7-point touchdown in the American Flag Football League from your own end.
Right.
So this is the shortest place that you could ever make a 7-pointer from, right?
This
here.
is
just shy of the 50.
4th and 3/4 of a yard. Let's see what they do. They go for the quick hitter. He pumps. Saxel runs. And he gets the first down and then some. Nice job. He pump faked. He got the defense to move, and he ran left. There you go. They get another first down. Here it is.
You know, you're not supposed to get into the air there as a defender. The proper technique for going after the quarterback is to break down, sort of like you're meeting a point guard as he's bringing the ball up in an NBA game. If you get up on your feet, you're going to have a problem.
All right, first down at the 32, about just shy of the 32-yard line.
37.
37-yard line, thank you. That is 10 yards. 37-yard line. 11 minutes to go, clock runs. Saxo looks, pumps. He's going to go long. Did Dominique Rogers-Cromartie in the corner, but out of bounds. And Jeff, we saw in the round of 32, DRC lined up on the left sideline, and when we were at the Colts training camp complex, and as you said, over 50 yards, it was an over 50-yard touchdown. So DRC though, but they knew this could be coming, and here it is. And the pump, and Saxo goes deep, but excellent coverage.
Excellent coverage there.
By your tax gurus.
Excellent coverage.
Number 4, Desmond Horn on the coverage.
It should be 2nd and 12, guys. 2nd and 12.
And Jeff, explain that rule when the ball hits the ground. So the play dies there.
So when the ball hits the ground, in the interest of safety, we don't have any fumbles. So when the ball hits the ground, it's a dead ball at the spot where it hits the ground. We have an AFFL Youth League now, Adam. If you're interested in playing some AFFL-style flag football, AFFLYouth.com. But you can see basically the kids are going to play the same rules as the adults, and we just, for safety purposes, really don't want people diving on the ground after footballs, whether they're these great athletes or your sons and daughters.
All right, it is 3rd down now for the Kings of Florida in their opening drive. Throw short, complete. It'll be now 4th down.
And what you'll notice, Adam, with these strong teams is they just so rarely miss a flagpole. What you see here is that they reach high, right? If you look at the flags are moving a lot down at the bottom. They're moving very little up at the top where they're connected. So all these great defenders will be pulling flags from as high of a point as possible to eliminate their opportunity to miss that flag.
And your tax gurus call timeout on a 4th down, set up their defense. Now the clock will run in the every American Flag Football League play coverage from the Sky Cam is brought to you by L Sports. You're looking at the Kings of Florida on a 4th down play. Big play here, Jeff, because your tax gurus, they were so good in Indy, taking advantage of every error or every turnover, and they've been shocking the world so far in our playoffs.
Absolutely. Very, very strong team defensively.
We go 3 right, 2 left.
No blitz.
Throws into the end zone. Saxel. And out of bounds. Turnover and downs, Jeff. Turnover and downs. Here they go. Your tax gurus getting the job done.
And they didn't bite on that pump fake that time. You know, that clearly is a go-to move for Saxel.
All right, let's talk to our man, Paul Newmere from your tax gurus. All right, Lynn Clark is your quarterback, number 21. He is tremendous for your tax gurus. Quite frankly, Jeff, he's been one of the MVPs so far in our playoffs.
You'll watch Lynn here. He's just incredibly efficient, makes really good decisions, and really just takes what's there. There's a perfect example.
That's completed to Cameron Taylor, number 12. Exactly like you set it up, Jeff. Takes what the defense gave him.
You know, this our style of play here, which is essentially 7-on-7 with flags, the prep game that tackle football players play on non-contact days and in the off season. This is 7-on-7 with flags. You have 7 defenders guarding 5 eligible. And there's a lot of space out there without all those blockers getting in your way. So the rules really allow you to kind of go for those 6, 8, 10-yarders if you're patient. It's just sometimes people become impatient.
Pumps left, goes right, complete. Nice job, nice job.
Got Tyler Dixon over there on the right sideline.
Yep, 16. Jeff, and as you said, as you see right here, he looks left. They are not blitzing either. And Dixon was wide open on that pass.
Yep.
They're past midfield.
It's interesting that they're not choosing to pressure Clark at all. He is a very experienced, very high-quality player, but he's also a little older than he used to be.
Yeah, the wily old vet, yep. Clark not being rushed again, throws over the middle, complete. To number 12 again, Cameron Taylor, and he gets popped, Jeff.
Yep. Penalty. Little too much contact there.
And Jeff, we will see contact, but this is a little bit strong, as you can see right here.
Yep. Well, he really got the shoulder into his chest there. You know, he's trying to pull the flag. I've talked to many NFL defensive backs about penalties that they've gotten on hits, and they all describe a process where you have very, very little time to change the position of your body as you're going for what you're doing. And there's no difference here. So I don't think there was any intention there of trying to hurt the other player.
All right, your Tax Gurus on their first drive. Just over 5 minutes left. Clock will run in the first quarter.
12 yards to go for the first here.
And Clark's your quarterback for your Tax Gurus. They are in red. Throw short, once again complete. Once again, Jeff, they're not putting pressure on him.
And again, you see this patience that he's been displaying through the entire tournament.
It's second down.
So the structure of the tournament, Adam, was we had 11 elite teams who were invited directly to the round of 32. Your Tax Gurus, on the other hand, has had to work their way through a very large number of teams and play regional events in order to get here to Houston.
Clark throws over the middle and complete, and the throwback. Once again, Jeff, as you set it up very well, they're taking what the defense gives them.
Exactly. And you can see the flagpole is made before. Yep, absolutely got that off before the pitch.
By Dre Franklin of Kings of Florida with a flagpole.
We actually have some patents, Adam, for flags that light up. We've used them in some games on the quarterback, and I think we'll see a day relatively soon where every player's flags will actually light up in a way that will make it much easier for the referees to determine if the flag's been pulled.
And if they don't blitz, the offense has got 4 seconds to get rid of the football. We go to the next play. Clark gets pressured, throws over the middle, incomplete.
That was good
pressure, really good coverage, and great pressure, Jeff, by the defense of the Kings of Florida.
That was probably the first ball that you could argue that Clark forced.
See.
Oh, but again,
actually, it was there.
Yeah.
Actually, he was there. It was actually a really good throw. That was it's
just
Matthew Stafford special, right?
You know, if it touches your hands, they say it should end up in them, right? But I think that that's another great example of how, even when he's throwing into tight coverage, he puts the ball in the right place where nothing really bad can happen for his team.
And we're coming up near the end of the first quarter, and the Speed Survivor contest will be starting soon. Make sure you go to speedsurvivor.com and get in all the fun.
So the Speed Survivor contest, Adam, is actually going to start in the second game.
Yep.
And for everybody who's interested, go to speedsurvivor.com. What you'll see is essentially everybody's done Survivor contests in the whole NFL season. This is a Survivor contest that lasts for just one game. So every 5 minutes of an AFFL game is essentially its own game, and you can pick the red team, the blue team, or a tie. And if you get it right, you survive, and there will be cash prizes for the lone survivor. And the nature of this game is there'll be one person standing at the end who will win the prize. So go to speedsurvivor.com during the first quarter of Game 2.
Just about 2 minutes left. Clark looks, he's pressured, he gets blitzed. He pumps, he throws, complete. He get in? Nope, at the 2-yard line.
I thought that was a fantastic decision. As he was running left, obviously a very hard throw to really get any serious authority on the ball as a right-handed quarterback. And again, he just took what was there. See good coverage there on the right. Everybody else was covered. He found the one place he could go.
All right, fourth and goal now for your Tax Gurus. Here we go. Big play. First big play of the game right here.
No opportunity to kick a field goal here, folks. If you're in the offensive end of the field on 4th down in the AFFL, you must go for either the touchdown or the first down. There's no option of punting or kicking a field goal.
Clark gets blitzed, he throws, and incomplete. Check, the pressure got to him.
So, Adam, they really have been choosing not to put pressure on Clark, and that was a very, very strong decision there to double blitz.
Send 2 guys. Great job. As you've told us with these 5 blitzes, it got to be timely. They got it done now.
Very nicely done.
And the American Flag Football League is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. No matter what your dream is, if you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate. Believe you will. Remember,
Kings of Florida backed up here, but now that it is not a throw-off, they only need to get to the 25 to get a first down. So it looks like it's a first and 24 3/4.
This will be the last play of the quarter. It's complete. Flagpole is made.
And again, one of the former Fighting Cancer players there on the reception.
And there is your score at the end of the first quarter. It's your Tax Guru 0. The Kings of Florida 0. The American Flag Football League is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate.
Wanted a title, won it. Decided to change the world, doing it. You know how my man keeps accomplishing everything he sets out to do? He believes that he can. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Welcome back to the American Flag Football League. After the first quarter, we've got no score. And let's take a look at Paul Nomer, number 23, the quarterback, the man from your Tax Gurus.
This is LaPaul representing Dallas, Texas, and YTG, your Tax Gurus. We coming for you, KOF, Kings of Failure. Not only are we going to whoop that ass, we're going to score many TDs, and then we're going to maximize your return. Home. Home. You're going home. This is what we do. This is the Tax Guru style.
All right, Jeff. And Paul Newmer, the captain of the Your Tax Gurus team, number 23. And he is an accountant. That's why they're called Your Tax Gurus, Jeff.
And he's basically saying the return here is not going to be a tax return. It's going to be a trip back home to Florida.
Well, he did say they're going to score a lot of touchdowns. They haven't scored yet, but I'll tell you what, the defense of Jeff, been pretty good so far.
Well, again, I don't think we've seen a missed flag in the first quarter. Very, very solid. But really, both teams got into scoring position and just couldn't bring it across. I would say a 0-0 quarter in the AFFL is an extraordinarily unusual outcome.
All right, 2nd and 14. For Kings of Florida, throws short, throw back. Nice play, nice move, Jeff.
Yep. And as you can see there, he gave a little jump at the end. You are allowed to jump as long as you don't jump into a player. So you can try to jump to avoid having your flag pulled.
And Jeff, Nate Webster's yet another player who came from the Fighting Cancer team.
Right. So you can see there actually even a little spin as he jumped. And really the most important thing, all the kids out there that are watching, even if you can't dip, just do something to move your hips at the point where you have a pursuer. It doesn't have to be a dramatic move. Just move those hips and you make it very challenging for the defender.
Marcus Axel, number 99, is the quarterback for Kings of Florida. He looks, he throws over the middle, complete. Number 8.
And you see there a double flagpole. And again, you know, belt and suspenders. If you want to make sure you don't miss, if you're in position, go grab them both.
Second down now, early in the second quarter. Clock will run the entire half. In fact, it runs until the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. And Jeff, if you've told us really since we started doing this, is that it's all about those 5 blitzes and when to take them. You saw very timely blitzes so far by both teams.
Absolutely. You really don't ever want to end a half with an unused blitz, Adam. That would be very unfortunate.
Saxel throws left, complete. Dre Franklin.
Seems like this is a spot where we found ourselves about 15 minutes ago. 3rd and short, just shy of the 50. I think you take a shot at the end zone here, Adam, because you know you don't get a lot of chances for a 51, 52-yard 7-point play. Got DRC out here on the right. I think we're going to see DRC on a go.
On a stack right here. Let's see how they do it. Ooh, this is going to be interesting here, folks. They got a stack right. Oh boy, here we go. Tight bunch to the right with DRC. Saxel looks. Double coverage over the middle and incomplete. Jeff, excellent coverage so far.
Very close to a 4-second violation there as well. You could hear that chirping sound that's coming from the go clock. Plenty of time. Kind of double clutch there. I think if he'd thrown that as was his original intention, he would have been fine. So here we are again, 4th and short.
4th and 2, guys. Here we go. Got to get to midfield.
So that handoff there turns off the go clock and allows him to run.
Saxel gets it, gets the first down, throws it. I thought he was out of bounds. Apparently not.
Remember,
run. Nice job.
In the AFFL, you are not down until your flag is pulled, or if you're on the ground, you are touched. But there is no down by contact. There is no knee down.
It was Brown Jr. on the first down.
Sometimes you'll see defenders quit when a guy hits the ground because they think he's down. But remember, it's flag football. Got to pull the flag.
Gets the big first down, 11.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Clock will run. Got no score so far. In a rare, as you said, Jeff, a rare defensive battle. The defense has been phenomenal so far.
So, you know, we really do see both quarterbacks exhibiting a lot of patience. Everything's been short, 5, 10, 12 yards. You really aren't seeing any home run balls.
Saxel looks, throws over the middle, complete. On the throwback, nice play.
Beautiful.
And we have our first score, Jeff, perfectly executed throwback.
And as I said, the key on those pitches is that your target on those pitches is in full stride, and that was really, really beautifully done.
Jason Brown on the touchdown. Here's Saxel. Here's over the middle to Darius Davis on the pitch back to Brown, and perfectly executed. You could tell these guys at practices, Jeff.
Absolutely. And for all you stat mavens out there, that is a touchdown pass. And both of the players receive receiving yards, and only the player who caught the ball actually gets a reception.
All right, 6-0, and we have 3 different extra points, a 1, 2, and a 3-point conversion, Jeff.
Looks like we're going for 2.
That'll be from the 10-yard line, right. And the 3 would be from the 20.
That's correct.
Which comes into play when in the fourth quarter. Saxel looks, looking, throws, incomplete.
You saw there from that downfield view how good that coverage was. I mean, everybody was blanketed.
Excellent shot by
Had a very interesting conversation with Dominique Rogers-Cromartie this week about about zone versus man defense. And Dominique made a great point. He said that just like the kids I coach in flag football, NFL players don't really like playing a lot of man because it really gasses them.
In today's AFFL game, we will be providing a free contest with cash prizes called Speed Survivor, Jeff. It's the same idea as the season-long Survivor contest. But instead of having to wait a week to survive, you only have to wait 5 minutes. Go to speedsurvivor.com to sign up. There's no app. You don't got to download anything. Just go there, speedsurvivor.com. That contest will start at the beginning of the second quarter.
Of the second game.
And the second game, yes.
And the great thing about it, the way we developed it, Adam, is you just get a text message. You don't have to have an app, don't have to have any windows open on your computer or anything. You'll just get a text just before the next period starts, and it'll say, if it were this game, text 1 for your tax gurus, text 2 for Kings of Florida, text 3 for a tie. And so far in this game, we've had 3
And Jeff, one of the beautiful things about the American Flag Football League, losers walk.
That's right. Just like the backyard.
When we were kids. 6-0 Kings of Florida League.
Number 4, Darius Davis, has been a weapon in the AFFL from the beginning, capable of throwing the ball probably as far as any human on earth. In this case, he went for the very, very high one. Comes down about the 20.
Ooh, nice return. Nice return.
A rare missed flag. A rare missed flag. And you can see in the AFFL, just one miss there was worth about 10, 12 yards.
All right, guys, and here's how the Kings of Florida were able to score.
Well, this is how they got
here.
How
they got there. And there was the bomb. Yeah, here's the bomb. But this is the play we're talking about, folks. From Indianapolis, look at that DRC down the left sideline. That was a 50-yard play. Here you see another great play from Indianapolis. And that was Mike Roberson, scored a touchdown. Right there was number 9, Samir Baker. So many big plays from them. Look at the energy from DRC. Doing a great job. And here.
A rare misfire from Clark. I think this is a pretty important drive for YTG. You know, they would have been an underdog coming into this game, and I think they'd have to feel pretty good about, you know, being in the game. But, you know, they're going to want to try to get some points on the board here before halftime.
7 minutes left, about. Kings of Florida lead 6-0.
Things move quickly here because we do have a 25-second play clock. The whole purpose of all of our rules is to have something that looks and feels like a football game, but we want it moving. We want it 8 seconds on the play clock.
Fox throws over the middle, complete.
There you go.
Tyler Dixon, his second catch.
Right on the hash.
Ray Clark is the quarterback. We're your tax gurus. They hail from Texas.
I got you.
It's now 1st and 24 after that catch.
That was a force.
And almost intercepted, Jeff. Threw it into double coverage.
Can't be much more covered than that.
They saw it. They read it as the quarterback's eyes. Yep, absolutely. You see Nate Webster there, pounding the floor, does a great job. The all-grass field here. That'll be the stadium in Houston.
Yellow.
And coverage deep, Jeff, was covered, so he tried short to Dixon again, but incomplete.
One of the reasons that we like to show that downfield view so much is you really get a sense of what the quarterback has available. Sometimes it's easy to criticize the quarterback on a play like that, but when you look at that downfield view, you
Clark so far, 7 of 13 for 72 yards.
I'm knowing that's what I'm telling you.
Kings of Florida in our production meeting, they have so many guys, Jeff, around 8 guys who run in the 4.4s. I mean, that is really good. They could run.
And probably one of them actually did.
Clark throws short, complete.
Again, a rare miss, but again, you can see about 10 yards. You miss a flag, it's going to have a very serious impact.
Great catch, because that was thrown behind 13, Jeff. That's a great catch and a great job of going in the middle, running to daylight.
I'm not sure if Clark has a great grip on the ball right now. The ball's just not coming out of his hand with the same kind of authority that we saw at the beginning of the game. This is not Major League Baseball. Not Major League Baseball, so he doesn't have nothing sticky on the ball.
4th and 2, here we go. Here's Clark.
There's a blitz.
Did he get him? And it's intercepted nevertheless by DRC. Rogers Cromartie's got it.
Good pitch.
And the flip back. Darius Davis down the right sideline, and a big play, Jeff. What a big turnover, and what a big change of
events. A penalty there at the end of the play. But DRC, 30 picks in his NFL career. That's his first pick in the AFFL.
Here it is.
And it's the pressure, really, that forced that bad throw.
Absolutely. And a great return by DRC. And Johnny on the spot, on the pitch back to Darius Davis. Jeff, as you said, Darius Davis is Mr. Big Play. Great job.
And what you see there is just at the highest level, these teams know to trail their teammates when they get into open space, to be there as an option. I mean, if you think about it, it puts the defender in a very tough spot because you have to make a choice. It's like a read option in traditional football. The defender has to make that choice. Do I cover the guy on the wing, or do I cover the guy who has the football?
All right, 6-0, Kings of Florida lead. They just got the turnover.
That's Tim Pye, the coach of YTG, with a very nice umbrella.
It is warm, folks. It's in the high 80s and humid. Your typical Houston weather, Jeff, at this time of the year.
Lovely day here, puffy clouds, beautiful. So we're at just over 2 minutes.
Paul Newmere right there, who had that great video, by the way. He is the king of your tax scores. He is the captain. We have a penalty here. We'll get to you the call in a second.
This kid is a lot shorter. Huh?
Yep.
I ran a little bit, though.
All right, so Jeff, that was a tackle on the free runner, which you can't do.
We'll have to check the ref's mic. So the basic idea is if a player has a clear path to the end zone and you tackle him, which seems like it might have been a good idea because it prevented him from scoring. And unfortunately, we don't tackle people in flag football. So they chose to basically take 4 points and receive the ball back. Your choice is either to take the 4 points or go just short of the goal line and try to punch it in. I think tactically, taking the 4 points was a poor choice. You have 1:40 to go. They have a lot of weapons. I think they probably could have punched in for a full touchdown. I don't really understand. That seems like a very conservative choice.
If you want to invest in the American Flag Football League, go to AFFL.com/seedinvest. Watch it, play it, and own it.
We're very excited. We have a crowdfunding campaign going with what we think is the finest platform in the crowdfunding industry. And what equity crowdfunding really does is it makes exciting new companies and venture capital available to people for whom it would never have been available in the past. What was usually the province of very wealthy people and venture capital funds. is now there. It's part of really, I think, this whole movement of the democratization of finance that is a terrific, terrific move.
Here's the return.
Of course, if they score a touchdown here, Adam, that would prove me wrong.
Let's take a look at how your tax gurus got here from Indy to Houston. It's a great diving play there for your tax gurus.
There's Dixon.
That's Tyler Dixon, 16. That's how they did it. And here they go. Go the Kings of Florida. Play over the middle. Took DRC. They missed the flagpole. Makes a move. Goes to the right. And he scores. There's that 4.4 speed, Jeff. Wow. Wow.
As I said, at least one of them actually did, and I think that was the one.
And they're saying to you, Jeff Lewis, see, we knew what we were doing. We just scored a touchdown, my friend.
And
It wasn't a touchdown.
that was a pretty interesting decision, but obviously it paid off. That little crosser is the type of play that Odell Beckham has broken so many times in the NFL. You know, receiving the ball 5-7 yards over the line of scrimmage, but out in open space, very dangerous.
Saxel fakes, looks, runs, fakes, jukes. Another guy does a
what
dip.
a dip.
Does the dip, Jeff.
What a dip!
Wow. Woo. They are on absolute fire, the Kings of Florida, with the two-pointer. And here it is.
Let's have a look at this dip. Don't try this at home, folks, unless your hamstrings are extremely, extremely nimble.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, and he didn't even go down. Unbelievable. And
one of the things you got to watch out for there, Adam, is if a player's arms get down when they're dipping, they could be called for guarding their flag. So it would appear that in the limbo contest that we'll have after the semifinal games, that he would be a real contender.
wow. Kings of Florida up 19-0 over your tax gurus.
Boy, Adam, what a backbreaker.
That was huge. Every American Flag Football League play coverage from the Scott Cam is brought to you by L Sports. There they are, real-time sports data solutions.
Nice deep throw.
Excellent flagpole, Jeff.
Yep, that ball was thrown about 62 yards in the air. And, you know, we've watched a lot of Hail Marys in the NFL where we've seen quarterbacks who couldn't fire at 62 yards with that kind of height. So, again, a very, very good throw. It really kind of puts your tax gurus in a tough spot. 25 seconds to go. They're going to have to go into the locker room and figure out a new approach.
Clock running now. Jeff, why are they not taking a timeout?
I think that they're basically looking at 20-some-odd seconds left. What really can they get done from this deep in their own end?
7-point touchdown. They need everything, man. They're down 19-0. But as you've told us from day one, you're never truly out of it in the American flag football. And you see some crazy comebacks. Here comes Clark. He's blitzed. Throws over the middle again to Cameron Taylor, number 12. And we do have a timeout by your tax gurus. Let's take a look at our man, number 45, DRC.
Dominique Rogers Cromartie, Kings of Florida, Mr. Up Top, Port Top himself. I'd like to thank the AFL for giving me an opportunity to be a part of it. I'd like to thank the Kings of Florida and Coach Flex for allowing me to be a part of the team. Man, I've been loving football since I can remember, man, since I was born, you might well say. I was fortunate to play in college where I attended Tennessee State University. I was also fortunate to be drafted first round, 16th pick to the Arizona Cardinals, where I played 12 years in the NFL. And now I'm in the AFL, still doing what I love, and that's playing football.
He's been awesome, Jeff, so far. Just terrific. Number 45, Dominique Rogers-Cromartie, former first-round pick of the NFL. You heard the flag there, the referees. We've got our refs mic'd up and offside on the defense.
That last conversion, was that from the 5 or the 10? Was that a 1 or a 2-pointer? Because they had, it was a 7-point touchdown. So it should, if it was a 7-point touchdown, it should be 19. Remember, it was 10 to nothing. Yes.
Link Clark's your quarterback.
19 to nothing.
Moves over the middle to Dixon. Complete. Missed flagpole, dips.
Timeout.
Good play. They need to call timeout quickly.
Well, Adam, you were right. Never give up. So one of the most important rules that we have in the AFFL is the onside play. And the onside play allows a team that's behind to keep control of the ball. It's essentially a 4th and 20 from your own 30. So we've seen a number of comebacks from 2 and 3 scores down in the fourth quarter, in the last 10 minutes. So as much as it feels pretty bleak for YTG right now, if they can keep this within 2 scores going into the last 10 minutes, anything can happen.
12 seconds left. Your Tax Gurus with the ball, trailing 19 to nothing. And Clark's your quarterback. A hail from Texas.
We have a comment in the stream here from Brian Thomas who says, the crazy thing is people who don't know Kings of Florida will say DRC is a difference. But DRC is not the only great athlete on this team.
Running triple coverage and incomplete.
I'm not sure that that Clark has the arm strength to get this all the way to the end zone.
Second 19. This could be the last play of the half here.
So when we look at the brackets, Adam, if Kings of Florida are able to hold on to this lead, there's a very strong possibility that if our double defending champions fighting cancer win, that we could have a bit of a grudge match, as about half of this Kings of Florida team are part of those 2-time champion fighting cancer teams. So that would be a very, very interesting dynamic.
And because it's inside the 50, even if they would throw a touchdown here, it would be worth 6 points.
That's correct. See the defense well back towards the goal line. Just reached the goal line. That's it. End of the first half.
All right, Jeff, there you go. The score, the Kings of Florida 18, your Tax Gurus 0. All right, let's take a look and let's talk to our man, Dominique Rogers-Cromartie.
All right. Hey, DRC, we have Michael Babcock that just joined us. He's with TMZ.
Yes, sir.
And I know he's on mute right now, but he'll probably join us in just a sec.
Hey, guys, how are you?
How you doing? All right?
Good. What's up, Dominique? How are you?
I'm doing well. What's going on?
Not much, man. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. I know you're busy today, so I'll get you out of here quick.
All right.
Let me get you pinned here, and we'll be good to go. Cool. So, Dominique, this has got to be exciting, right? It's a little bit different. Obviously, we know what you did in the NFL. Now with the American Flag Football League, obviously a lot of really great players are part of this thing. First of all, what's the difference between kind of preparing for the NFL season versus the flag football? Obviously, a little bit different, but what's that been like for you?
Oh, man, it's been fun, man, because all the guys that are on the team are mainly in the same area, man. when you get together for practice, you know, you only got 10 or so guys versus 60, 70 guys out there when you're in the NFL. So practice be kind of different, you know, a lot of one-on-ones and just a lot of talk. But, man, the experience has been great for me, man, and I'm loving it.
What's the talent like out there? There's a lot of great players. Obviously, you're part of this league yourself. We know what you did in your NFL career. What's the talent like out there?
Man, it's a lot of talent. You know, it's some of the guys that probably weren't fortunate to have that break that they needed to get there or the door open. So, you know, they come to the flag and man, they mastered this game. You know, the way they can dip down and throw their hips or even the guys that be covering, you know, because I watch a lot of games and it ain't as easy as you think it is. Like, you ain't just going to come here and just get out how you think you are. So it's a lot of talent out there.
Is it harder to cover in a flag football game as opposed to out Sunday in NFL field?
Yes, because you have different formats. So if you have a format where you only get 5 rushes a half, it's hard because you got 7 people in a regular size field, and that quarterback got 5 seconds to throw that ball. Yeah, that's a long time.
Right? That sounds impossible for you. I don't know how you cover anybody.
Yeah, that's impossible. So that's why you gotta have different strategies as far as zoning and how your man concepts plays out. Now,
you know, we know what you did with the Giants. That was only a few years ago. Then in Washington in 2019. Are you still getting calls? Are the NFL teams trying to kind of bait you back, to their league?
Yes, sir. I have my agent be calling me and saying that, you know, how am I looking? Am I still in shape? Can I still run? You know, and I say, yeah, I'm always being shape, you know, I'm always be around football, you know, and flat
Tell
football.
your agent to watch that video of you catching the 53-yard pass if he wants to know if you still run.
Yes,
Come on, man.
Yes,
you're right.
I don't know if you saw that, Michael, but he caught a 53. He caught, did not defend. He caught a 53-yard pass in this last game.
Yes, sir. So they definitely are is curious, you know, and I kind of keep it 1 foot in, 1 foot out, you know. But if the opportunity presents itself, you know, I may jump on it.
That's awesome. So you showcase yourself AFFL, and then maybe a couple weeks down the line, a couple months down the line, maybe you go join somebody.
Yes, sir. Yeah, if the opportunity presents itself.
That's incredible. Could you see other people? Could you see the league showcasing other guys and then other guys end up signing?
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. This AFL, I'm telling you, it's a great thing that's going, man. The more and more it's talked about, I think a lot of eyes will be open because I'm telling you, it's some athletes in this thing, man. I was surprised.
Watch. It just seems it's just so more wide open, obviously, and just this. Right. So you did the speed. It's been. I've personally really enjoyed watching it. I feel like the fans are going to feel that way too when they watch.
Yes, sir, definitely.
That's awesome. Will we see you? Could we see you playing a little wide receiver or no?
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. I go both ways. You know, for the most part of defense, but every now and then I'm sneaking in on offense.
Especially with that catch, right? Like Jeff said. Well, thank you so much, DRC, man. I always appreciate your time. Big fan of yours, man.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Thanks.
Thank you, Michael.
Bye, guys.
Dustin Poirier wanted a better life, built it. Wanted respect, earned it. Wanted a title, won it. Decided to change the world, doing it. You know how my man keeps accomplishing everything he sets out to do? He believes that he can. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
Welcome back, everyone, to Aviva Stadium here in Houston, Texas, with the Kings of Florida up 19-0. Let's take a look at the first half stats, sponsored by Guaranteed Rate, and the highlights. And what a great pitch back, Jeff. And what's funny, it was 0-0 after 1 quarter. And here's a big play. Lynn Clark got pressured, as you said, Jeff. The pressure has been big in the second quarter.
Really, the 2 biggest plays for Kings of Florida defensively were both very well-timed blitzes. We'll see the stats in a second here, but Clark is 7 out of 16. And I would say, Adam, the AFFL, if a quarterback is not up around 70-75%, he's not having a good game. So sub 50% is a very unusual sort of lack of production for especially such a good quarterback.
And the American Flag Football League is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. No matter what your dream is, if you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate, believe you will. All right, second half is begun with the Kings of Florida dominant in the second quarter. Those 19 points came all in quarter number 2. They're shutting out your Tex Gurus. And in the first quarter, Jeff, it was defensive struggle. Timely blitzes, but in the second quarter, some big plays.
You know, we also saw a couple of missed flags from your Tex Gurus, and they don't have the margin for error here to really miss any flags. So we can see here now, YTG pinned. That's that powerful weapon of that throw-off from Darius Davis. So that'll be a dead ball. See a little frustration setting in for YTG.
And Jeff, they're inside their own 25, so they've got a ways to go here.
Yep. I hesitated. Too long.
And that backwards pass can be a pitch, can be a sidearm pass, an overhanded pass, as long as it goes backwards. 2nd and 39. Ball hit the ground.
Oops. It'll be third down, Jeff, and 39 for your Tex Gurus.
So, Adam, we are joined now by the flag whisperer, James DeVirgilio. James, you had a few travel issues getting here into Houston?
James will join us just in a second. It'll be third down and 46. James, great to be with you, my friend. We're glad that you're here.
It's great that I finally made it here. Several flights and some delays.
But you're here.
I made it.
You're here, and you also are a coach and a player. You know this league better than anyone we know. Jeff, we thank you for your time. Great job, my friend. As he hands off to James G. Virgilio. And James, the first quarter, it was 0-0. The blitzes were great. The Kings of Florida took over in the second quarter.
Yeah, I was able to watch the broadcast on the way here. And essentially, Adam, this is not a surprise, I think, to most people in the flag football world, with KOF being the most talented team, YTG being an underdog. Throw back in the end zone. This is third, really, it was 3rd and 39. Now it's 4th and 28 or so here.
And what would you punt here?
I feel like the game is essentially over at this point, and you have to get this. But the odds of them getting this have got to be less than 5%.
And the thing in the American flag football, James, is, and you've unfortunately been a victim of it, teams, even if you think you have a big lead, you're never truly out of it. But they get the flagpole there, and there's the turnover on downs, man. But it is true, though. We've seen some teams come back from 24, 26 points. You know that, my friend. You've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it firsthand. It certainly can happen. This game itself is not over, but mentality-wise, you can tell with the body language of YTG that they're broken right now from KOF. They need a momentum change.
And speaking of body language, you see that shot there. The Kings are feeling it. Yep. There's Mike Brown of the Kings of Florida with his gold teeth. Good shot there, Mike.
If you're the favorite, Adam, and things start going for you the way things are going for KOF, it's just going to feed into their momentum, and the opposite is true for YTG. YTG needs a stop here.
And DRC at center right now. 99 sacks of the quarterback. James has done a really good job today of taking what the defense has given him.
Yeah, slow start for Mark. I think he settled into the game. Made a few key throws at key times, and really it's been the short game, Adam, I think, of KOF that's really done it for them today. You know, the lateral we saw on the touchdown, we saw smart short throws and their ability to run after the catch.
Clock will run until the 2-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Second down and goal for the Kings of Florida. They lead 19-0.
expecting a blitz here, Adam, from YTG. At this point in time, they have to get a stop.
It looks, he throws over the middle and incomplete. Incomplete. Every American Flag Football League play coverage from the Sky Cam is brought to you by L Sports. Yeah, and the Sky Cam, James, look at that shot. The overhead shot, you could see the entire field here at Aviva Stadium in Houston, Texas. L Sports doing a great job.
Yeah, the Sky Cam is one of my favorites, especially when I'm breaking down film. I do a podcast for the Florida Gators, and to get access to the entire field helps a lot, being able to read what coverage they're in, as well as really what the offense and defense are doing on any play. So the Sky Cam is such a huge bonus to be able to see right now. You can view it from the quarterback cam, and you can see exactly what KOF is facing defensively. It's really, really excellent.
And you're talking about all 22, and here it's all 14. Saxa looks, throws into the end zone, incomplete to DRC.
He had him open there, Adam. Just an overthrow on the slant route.
Just sailed James a little bit high.
Yeah, I think if you want to, if there's a knock on DeMarcus, or Mark, as a lot of people are going to call him, it's that he's not a pure thrower. He's more of an athlete and a runner than he is throwing the ball to a specific spot or window.
Big fourth down play for your Tax Gurus. They need a stop here. Fourth down. Here we go.
No blitz, respecting the speed of Mark.
Oh!
Incomplete.
Turnover and downs. Turnover and downs. It will not count. Big play. Great job by your Tax Gurus. They're not out of it. Only down 19. When I say only out of it, you could come back for 20 or more.
And we said they needed a turnover there. Another overthrow from Mark. He had an open receiver again here in the back of the end zone. It's the right read. He does not take time to set his feet. Incomplete, and life for YTG, Adam.
All right, 19-0. Your Tax Gurus with a major hold. Big one for them. They got to come back here. Still plenty of time left. And a first down to 15.
Yeah, first and 15. This is big. Not to the 50 this time for YTG. So very manageable here. They can run their offense. They can complete short passes.
Pass complete to Tyler Dixon again.
You know, YTG actually has a lot of time in this football game. You know, if you're not used to watching the AFFL, you can go for three-point conversions, and you can score a 7-pointer plus a three-point conversion. So although it's 19-0, Adam, they're only down 2 scores. And as my team has seen against Fighting Cancer 2 years ago, you can give up 20 points in less than 2 or 3 minutes if things are going right for the other team. So you're really never out of it.
Clark's going deep. He's got Dixon open, but great job at the last second, the deflection by the defender. Excellent job at the last second on coverage by Samir Baker on the coverage, James.
Yeah, this is excellent coverage. He had some space up the seam here. You're going to see this on the replay. He has a window there for that pass to be thrown. It's a little underthrown. Tight window, good defense, well-timed jumps, good deflection. He did have a window there, Adam. Had that ball been thrown far enough, he had a chance to hit that.
No. What is...
He's got the freestyle. He looks like Caleb Dressel out there in the 100 meters.
See, here's the thing, James, as you know, when guys get up, they feel it. They feel it. And they've been feeling it here. But as you said, if your Tax Gurus score here, make this game very interesting. We'll see what happens. 2nd and 19.
The most dangerous lead in all of sports is 2-0 of any kind. And it's a 2-touchdown-to-nothing lead right now for KOF. And it's so dangerous because momentum-wise, if YTG scores, the pressure really swings to KOF.
A catch by Ryan Franklin. That's Franklin's first catch of the day. All right, it's 3rd down and 3, inside 6 minutes. Going to 3rd quarter. Watching the American Flag Football League here at Aviva Stadium in Houston, Texas. Adam Kaplan and James DiVirgilio, who's just joined us in the second half of this game. James leaving from Gainesville. It's been an eventful 24 hours. Clark pumps, looks, throws over the middle. And he got his first down.
Yeah, a lot of cover 2 right now from KOF. I would like to see Lynn run a few more cover 2 beaters, and you're not going to see from this tight replay there, but he's going to take this little out route. But I think more is available here, especially if he begins to 2-on-1 the sideline. The cover 2 soft spots are going to be the middle of the field as well as the edge. Looks to run go routes with out routes underneath it. So far, a lot of the middle throws from Leonard. I'd like to see him work more of the sideline or the middle here, Adam.
First and 20 for Clark.
There he is.
Oh, and a big turnover off the deflection by Samir Baker. Another big play by Samir Baker.
Big play. Really just an unfortunate situation for YTG. He has his receiver open. He actually had a middle route wide open. And that is so painful, Adam. He has his receiver wide open in the flats. Overthrow pick. And luckily for YTG, they're going to miss this pitch. This is probably a touchdown right here.
You see Lynn Clark there with his head down, and Lynn's been through it. He's a veteran.
It's just, it's hard to play quarterback at any level. It's the hardest position in all of sports, as most people would say. It's the position I also play, and mentally, at times, you can be your own worst enemy. You can miss easy throws like this because of the pressure KOF's putting on him.
And on that shot right there, you can tell who's losing. You even know the score there. They're struggling a little bit. Your tech scores. They need another stop here. They absolutely do.
They have to have one.
Yep. 1st and 6 for Kings of Florida.
Wide open.
Look at the spacing they gave up. Wow.
And see, that's
Jason
the right.
Brown, another big play.
That's the right route, Adam. Against a cover 2 is any kind of middle breaking route. They ran a dig from the left side slot there. He comes wide open at about the 2 or 3 second mark. Really easy, comfortable throw for DeMarcus, and that leads to a 1st and goal from the 1.
Kings of Florida in command. Another turnover for them. They're up 19-0. Just over 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And your tax scores will call their first time out of the half just to get their defense reset. The American Flag Football League is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. No matter what your dream is, if you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate, believe you will. What do you do to stop it? What could you do here coverage-wise when you're giving up so much room?
Well, I think this is where you have to die on the hill with your blitzes. You need to double rush. I'd send 2 and put 5 behind and try to put pressure on Mark. Don't jump for pump fakes. Make him throw the ball into tight windows. It's almost impossible to stop a team. 4 plays here from the 1-yard line. And if I'm KOF, I probably hand the ball off and take my chances with my athletes. But it looks like neither's going to happen here instead.
Zach will not blitz. Looks, throws
Easy
to a wide
touchdown.
open player for the touchdown. Jason Brown, another play for him.
Yeah, easy little bunch route with 3-on-3 on the left side. Mark waits the appropriate amount of time. He comes wide open on that deep out to the pylon. You'll see it here on the replay.
And here it is.
There it is. Nice and easy. They're switching the underneaths. Yeah, really, really nice footage there, Adam, to see. They switch on the underneath routes. Third route comes open. Really, though, Adam, what surprises me, having watched so many AFFL games, is how teams in those situations don't bring blitzes. That's a crucial point in the game. You have to stop them there. To give a team that much time in that situation just does not seem like the right tactic.
Great shot from our L Sports Sky Cam. Go for 2-pointer here. Saxel looks.
Too easy.
Squeezes, got it. 2-pointer, 27-0. The Kings of Florida dominating with a lot of time left. Yeah, James, when you look at the situation, you see Lynn Clark was an older quarterback. Do you think that maybe weather because of humidity, but again, they're from Texas. They should be able to handle it,
YTG's from Texas. Actually a relatively cool day thus far in the morning game. I think it's going to get a lot hotter. KOF from the Tampa area and Florida, similar weather here. Both of these teams should be comfortable in this environment. Yeah.
You know, it's funny, James, I know you live in Gainesville, and you say, oh, it's relatively cool. But the real field temperature is 89 degrees.
But wait until our games this afternoon. So
might feel like 100,
these
right?
teams are in better shape, but both of them are used to this weather. Again, I think this is a factor of KOF is one of the most talented teams, if not the most talented team ever to enter the AFFL from a true flag football standpoint. And here they're going for the onside kick.
This is a surprise. I mean, they want to just dominate. Brown throws over the middle, complete. Excuse me, that's Darius Davis, complete. And he to Terrence Bunting, the former fighting cancer player. Yeah, Bunting's had a good game.
KOF has actually used this onside tactic quite a bit. In fact, in several AFFL tournaments they've played in the past couple of years, they always go for the onside kick. This is something they like to do. They like to get up on you and then keep you down, and they're a very aggressive team.
It'll be first down and 24. Clock will run to the end of the third quarter. Kings of Florida in command, up 27-0. Looking at a great overhead shot from our L Sports Sky Cam.
There's the handoff.
Kills the 4-second clock.
Wide open.
Good. Terrence Bunting once again, and he laterals for another touchdown. Oh my goodness gracious. To Nate Webster, another former fighting cancer player. And we're seeing somersaults, folks. Here we go. They're loving it. They're front running. Hey, listen, when you're up this big, my friend, you can do that.
You can and you should. This is a reverse play of what they ran last time for a touchdown. It's the same dig in the middle of the field underneath the safety. There's TB with the catch. We have a missed flag pull there, missed flag pull here, and then a pitch for the touchdown.
Back on a legal pitch. James, now I know you're a pretty athletic guy. You work out, but can you do a cartwheel?
I can't do a backflip. That's a gymnastics move.
But can you do a cartwheel?
I can do a cartwheel.
Okay. All right. Well, so you'll be doing that in between games, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
In-game entertainment.
And it's natural grass.
It is. The grass here is sensational.
Yes, it is awesome. Satchel moves.
This is what Mark wants right here. He wants to run.
And he is in for the extra point. It's unbelievable. With the folks at the end of the third quarter, the Kings of Florida dominating up 35-0 over your Tax Gurus. You're watching the AFFL.
Dustin Poirier wanted a better life, built it. Wanted respect, earned it. Wanted a title, won it. Decided to change the world, doing it. You know how my man keeps accomplishing everything he sets out to do? He believes that he can. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
All right, welcome back to Aviva Stadium, the American Flag Football League, round of 8. Kings of Florida dominating after 3 quarters, up 35-0. And folks, if you want to invest in the American Flag Football League, just go to AFFL.com/seedinvest for more. Be an owner, watch it, play it, own it. The American Flag Football League. James G. Virgilio, Adam Kaplan here with you at Aviva Stadium in Houston, Texas. And it was 0-0, James, after 1 quarter.
It was 0-0 after 1 quarter, and YTG had the ball on the goal line and didn't score. And that was a big moment for them. But that's why you play 4 quarters. One of the best things about the AFFL is the 60-minute long football game. Most flag football varieties and experiences are 40 minutes. You get a much longer time, and if you're the better team, that amount of time can generally help you win. More possessions, more plays.
And they are going to go onside, James, as you said. They don't care. They just get the line. They got to get to the 50-yard line to retain possession. And you do wonder, though, is it the opponent or is it just what they do?
This is what they do. It's funny, if you've watched a lot of other sports, there's a stigma nowadays with running up the score. In flag football, there is no such stigma. And the opposing team, YTG, is not going to be upset here that KOF is going for the onside kick. They're probably feeling broken emotionally, but not upset. This is a typical tactic teams will use. And KOF is going to frequently employ it.
They're going for it. Here's the throw. He's wide open. And they're going to hit it, and it's going to be...
That's a 7-point score.
A 7-point touchdown. Why, James? Because it's over 50 yards. Wow. Woo. Holy smokes. Unbelievable. They are absolutely dominated, folks. They've scored 42 points in less than 3 quarters. As they've scored all this past the first quarter. Wow, they're just absolutely dominant. Great throw.
Yeah, fantastic ball. Easy throw, wide open here. Corner leaves him. The thing about KOF, Adam, is they truly do have the most speed of any team out here. They can stretch the field vertically with every receiver they put out there. They can also stretch you horizontally because they have so much speed. They pitch the ball.
Watch these flips. There's one. John Roethlisberger from Flip Fest would love this. Say that 2 times.
Yeah, a lot of athleticism out there.
But YTG, unfortunately, they're taking it on the chin, down 42-0, and extra point pending. Davis hands off. His intended pass target is on the ground, and is it going to count?
Yeah, he caught it.
He got it. Yep, there it is. There's a signal. Unbelievable, James.
From where I was.
That's a 2-pointer.
And now the only real big question, Adam, is will they go for the onside kick?
More gold teeth.
Smear's got a lot of style. He wears the retro sunglasses each game. I appreciate those. It's a good look.
And remember, losers walk, my friend. If the humiliation of 44-0 isn't tough enough for them, they've got to walk down your Tex Gurus down the other field.
Hey, we need one more. Hey.
James, it's been a tough day. You see the overhead shot from our friends from L Sports, Real-Time Sports Data Solutions, doing a great job. Guys in a truck. Our overhead shots have been absolutely awesome today. Except for our friends from your Tex Gurus who hail from the state of Texas. This has got to be tough for them.
Hey, where you going, JB?
Yeah, this is not their ideal day. You have your friends and family watching. You're in your home state.
And again, it was 0-0. Defenses were terrific. Lots of blitzes, very timely blitzes, and unfortunately they didn't get the job done.
Yeah, I suppose every team can say it's 0-0 at some point until it's not 0-0 anymore.
Yeah. Some of your numbers. Lynn Clark, the quarterback of your Tex Gurus, it's been a struggle. 13-25, 156, and 2 costly picks, James.
Yeah, those are going to hurt them the most. The 19-0 interception was the biggest turnover of the game momentum-wise. They had a chance to get themselves back into it, and you saw from the body language shot we showed of Lynn, they just that seemed to be the nail in the coffin for them emotionally.
The only question now is, can they get on the scoreboard here?
Of course, theoretically, Adam, they could still come back with the onside kick.
Because that basically is exactly, you need a 7-point touchdown over 50 yards. You need 3 pointers. And we've seen craziness in the American Flag Football League, and unfortunately, your Florida Fury team has been on the receiving end of that.
Been on the end of that. That's right.
Good pull there. And then
Behind the yellow.
Another thing I got to give Kings of Florida credit for, their flagpoles have been tremendous today.
Yeah, they're an excellent flag-pulling team. There's tons of experience on this team. They've all played years and years and years of flag football, and they do all of the little things well. If you're Lynn for YTG now, Adam, you have to try to score in less than 2 minutes or so on this drive. You need to be moving as quickly as possible.
Clark pumps, throws over the middle, complete. Nice guy, Tyler Dixon, who's been great in our round of 32 and doing a good job today, but unfortunately they've yet to score.
That's why I stopped.
I'd like to see full urgency here from YTG. Get to the line, call the play. Instead, I'm seeing a lot of casual walking around. Not a lot of urgency right now at all from YTG.
And folks, if you want to learn more about the American Flag Football League, go to AFFL.com. And you could also, by the way, go to our great YouTube channel, James. And we've seen it all on that YouTube channel. We called the games you and I did a couple years ago at the Jets Complex in Florham Park, New Jersey. And we've seen some crazy things happen, but it's going to take a lot, and that ball is dead there. The play will stop. So there's a lot of time left, but they're going to have to get it started right now. They're getting smoked.
And that's correctly ruled an incomplete pass. That ball was thrown forward from Lynn, so even if he had caught it, he would not have been able to throw it again.
The clock will run until the 2-minute mark.
Not ready. KOF's not ready, and that's going to cost
They
them.
were just talking. Dixon again down the right sideline. I've not seen that happen. We've called so many games. I've not seen a team not be ready defensively. Look, they're up 44-0. They're not complaining, but they got to pay attention.
Yeah, they have an entirely different defense out there, especially on the back end. 2 different safeties. Of course, all these guys have played, but I think that discussion was different than it would have been if you had your normal starters out. There's some throwback. You can throw this one.
Tight out, breathe.
Cameron Taylor still going, number 12. Another juke move. It gets in the middle.
That's a great run.
Nice job.
Should have a holding call as well.
And there's that flag on the left sideline. Good call, James. It's exactly what the preliminary indication is.
Ruling on the field is a hold. It'll be a first step. We'll have a 0 down. 0 down.
See it here?
Yeah.
Oh, he got a shirt. Yep.
Right. So now you get a free down. Essentially, it's like you have 5 downs as opposed to 4 here. So this is down 0. As Jeff Lewis.
You heard our lead referee, Billy Williams, calling that 0 down. Ooh, dropped. That was right in his hands. That was right in the hands of his intended receiver.
Could have been a collision there, Adam. Looks like between Darius and maybe Samir.
We have an injury timeout, folks. And James, look, Kings of Florida is interesting because half of their team is part of the Fighting Cancer team.
Yeah, 6 players, yeah.
And when and you see here, we'll go to this play for a sec here.
Yeah,
he got slapped. His cheek got slapped, and he goes down there. And let's hope Darius Davis is going to be okay there. He's sitting up.
Should be able to shake that one off, hopefully.
And the good thing is, James, as you know, this is natural grass, and the grass is phenomenal. I did a pregame walk, and it's awesome. So, folks, if you want to invest in the American Flag Football League, go to AFFL.com/seedinvest. Watch it, own it, play it, be an owner of the American Flag Football League. Love it. Jeff Lewis, our leader, doing a great job. See Darius Davis, who's had a great game, by the way, today for the Kings of Florida, the number 5 seed. Your Tax Gurus who hail from the state of Texas, trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time. They've got down there a couple times, but they've not been able to convert. It's 1st and goal after the penalty.
Double stance out underneath.
That'll happen frequently in flag football, Adam, where you pull the short instead of the flag, and then
let's take a look at the stats, guys, here through 3 quarters. As you see it, it's funny, James. It's really, quite frankly, the turnovers, and that's a big reason why the Kings of Florida are up. And the stats, by the way, are the sponsorship from Guaranteed Rate, doing a great job for us here.
Yeah, it's the turnover was big momentum-wise, but also it's certainly just more than that. The yards don't tell the full story because KOF's gone half a field or shorter on several of their drives, so it's a little deceptive. But
the American Flag Football League is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. No matter what your dream is, if you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate, believe you will.
He's just short there. 1st and goal. Should be on about the 1.
They obviously have to go no huddle with the clock running. Down 40-0.
They need to score here, and they have to go for at least. They got to go for 3. They got to get just under 9 points, each time to get to that 44 mark. But really, they're probably going to go for 3 every time.
2nd goal here. It's 2.
Don't let him move.
Blitz.
Clark gets blitzed, throws. Picked. Oh, it's picked. That was a flag. There is a flag.
I think they're going to call roughing the passer.
In fact, on that shot, you can see Lynn Clark point to his arm.
It's going to be roughing the passer, roughing the passer. It's going to be a first down at the previous spot.
Yeah, hits his arm. Hits his arm. You cannot hit the arm of the quarterback in flag football. You're going to see it right here very clearly. There it is. Hits his arm.
Previous spot. There we go.
Yeah, you get more protection in this league, Adam, than you do in the NFL. Obviously, you can get your arm hit. We've seen that plenty of times with quarterbacks in the league. In this league, however, your arm cannot be hit as a quarterback during the throwing motion. It is always going to be called rough.
That was no tuck rule.
No tuck rule there. Also, I liked what KOF did there. We talked about it in the previous drive a couple of drives ago with YTG not blitzing. They brought 2 blitzers there. They played 5 behind. They had a chance for interception, but they hit his arm. But I still like the defensive call. Even up 44-0, that's the right call.
All right, first and goal inside 6 minutes. Clock will run until the 2-minute mark.
Now this is interesting, Adam. They had a roughing the passer call, but they actually lost 5 yards. Not exactly sure if that's the proper enforcement of that. It can't be. That has to be a line of scrimmage rule. YTG is going to roll with it, but that cannot be a proper implement of that rule.
And you're seeing the L Sports Sky Cam. Great shot there, overhead shot. Clark throws back. The throw back into the end zone to coverage, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. It'll be second and goal.
We down 4. Did you see right nothing back, right?
Hey, man, owe you 10. Man, owe you 10. I owe you 10. You're knocking the ball out.
You can hear a lot of the banter between the players on the sideline, Adam. Even though it's 44-0, they're still talking.
Oh, and quite frankly, if you're tax gurus, you want to get that 0 off there, no matter what.
Yeah, you do not want to put up a goose egg in the quarters here in Houston. That's for sure.
Second and goal now. For your tax gurus, 2 huge upsets to get back here in Texas.
Yeah, great tournament for them nonetheless. They shouldn't hang their heads. They're playing, I think, what most people would consider to be the favorite right now.
Goes incomplete, interception. Interception.
They're going to call holding in the end zone there as well on YTG. I thought he actually didn't get the ball off, though. Adam, I thought that ball wasn't even off yet. I thought the go clock expired. But that's not the way they're going to go.
Hey, Samir.
No, I'm saying not the pit. After the holding on the offense, I'll be a 0 down since the ball was taken out of the end zone for blue. Here we go, man.
All right, on the turnover. Kings of Florida will take it. 3.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We have a change at quarterback. Looks like.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, Mark not on the field.
Jason Brown. And my man, number 7, Mike Roberson, on a little rap. Let's take a look.
I'm from the city where we play for keeps. Picked up a scheme, grabbed a spoon, said it's time to eat. If you can't stand up on your own, then come and follow me. I put my brothers on my back and told them I'ma lead. KOF, we all here, baby. You know what time it is. I am Mike Twice, the rapper of the bunch, Mr. Turn Up, Mr. All That. Yeah, we heard all that before. I understand. And we finna smoke everything moving. One thing souped up by Tweezy is I made a song for the Bucks and Gronk shared my song and they paid it during the Super Bowl. Oh, did I mention I like KOF? Yeah.
Awesome. That was Mike Roberson on his rap. And by the way, it's Nate Webster, the Kings of Florida, who used to play for the Fighting Cancer team at quarterback.
Yeah, sure did. I'm sure we're going to hear that all throughout the tournament. 6 Fighting Cancer players playing with KOF. Although, of course, if you follow flag football outside of the AFFL, those guys that play with Fighting Cancer always played with teams from Florida. So that they would argue that really they were.
And we've reached the 2-minute warning with the score. The Kings of Florida, and I see our guy Mike Robertson dancing again.
He's scooting.
The Kings of Florida, the Kings of the day, up 44-0. Jason Brown in a quarterback. Complete to Avery Nellums. Haven't heard his names. He's a good football player. We've seen him in this tournament. See if the Kings can score one more time.
Looks like DeMarcus Sexel there wearing 99 just had a lengthy conversation with the quarterback. Let's see if there's a jump ball or a fade thrown here to him.
Hey, after this, one-on-one, me and you.
Now he's going to drop back instead.
He hands off. Brown back to Saxel. Nice play.
Too deep.
Just incomplete. Just incomplete. James, here's the deal, because if we know who's going to win the game. Now, tomorrow, the Kings of Florida will play the winner in a 2-game series. Whoever wins at Fighting Cancer, the #1 seed, or the Mean Machine from Nashville. We love Chris Hughes, the quarterback. And Fighting Cancer, the best flag team in the world. They will play tomorrow at 12 Eastern.
Yeah, certainly there's a lot of people, Adam, that want to see Fighting Cancer versus KOF, and there's a lot of people that want to see Mean Machine. Those are two fan-favorite teams. If it does wind up being FC versus KOF, it will, I think, be the best matchup that's ever happened in the AFFL, if for no other reason than to have 6 former players from the back-to-back champions on a different team playing against each other is going to be high drama for sure.
Still trying to score here. There's great shots from our L Sports Sky Cam. You watch the American Flag Football League. Round of 8 from Aviva Stadium in Houston, Texas. Adam Kaplan, your play-by-play voice, and James DiVirgilio bringing what we see, all the strategy. James is also a coach and a player. Hails from Gainesville, Florida. Throwback.
Keep it. That's game. Bye-bye. Bye.
And that is it. The Kings of Florida 44, your tax gurus nothing. We'll be right back.
I am from Tampa, Florida. Follow me on Mike Twice on all platforms. The rapper, baby, Mr. Buccaneer himself. Gang.
Dustin Poirier wanted a better life, built it. Wanted respect, earned it. Wanted a title, won it. Decided to change the world, doing it. You know how my man keeps accomplishing everything he sets out to do? He believes that he can. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.